if you think about some of the research that's been going on recently around the 4-day work week and all that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of evidence starting to show that, that if you think about historically, where did we come from on a 9 to 5? It was factory operating,
Yeah,
right? It was
industrial.
working in an industrial era where I needed to clock in at 9 and then clock out at 5 because I was physically making something on a conveyor belt or whatever it is. We don't work that way anymore, right? I could be working on 6 different projects with 6 different teams reporting to 6 different line managers with 6 different management styles, and I might not even be in the same country where the output of that stuff is being delivered. And we want to be operating on a 9 to 5. And then the reality is that you start getting to the point where, I mean, I think it was France that now legislated the fact that I can't get an email after 6 p.m. or something like that. Do we really want, the pendulum to swing to that point where you go switch off an email server at 6 p.m.? I can't get a mail because you want to protect my mental well-being. But if we start building a level of trust that says, I'll pop and respond to those emails after 6 or whatever it is because I'm responding to my colleague in the US or in Australia or New Zealand. But in the morning when I need to take my aging dad for his insulin medication or his whatever it is, there's that reciprocity that I'm going to deliver when the time comes and I need to. That's the ultimate trust that we have from an employee experience perspective, that there's that reciprocity that you mentioned, that it swings and roundabouts. I'm going to deliver. Come what may, it doesn't matter what and when and how, but the output that you expect of me and that you're paying me for, you're going to get. Otherwise, I'm not the person, right?
100%.
Why have you gotten me for it?
Yeah. And I think that's exactly it. And I think that's where some organizations are going wrong, is they're not considering that that social contract and that reciprocity. They're not considering the kind of, I don't know what the right word is, the nebulous nature of work at the moment. So they're saying exactly that. I want you to be well. I'm going to give you all of these online tools and things so that you can have more option. It's being read as, I expect you to work longer and harder for less. So where I think organizations, in my personal opinion, need to go now is they need to come back with some changes in policy to show that reciprocity and to say, okay, cool, we are mandating now that, for example, no meeting may be longer than 50 minutes, or like this is a thing, or, there's no meetings on this day or something. There needs to be a show coming back, like a tangible show coming back from an organization saying, we recognize that the lines are blurred now, and this is how we're going to commit to giving you the space to allow for that reciprocity of, and we're trusting you and you need to trust us in the same way. And this is how we're, like a show of faith almost, this is how we're going to do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know a couple of organizations that do the no meetings twice or thrice a month, where it's mandated, no meetings on that day, to allow you that moment of some deep work and some reflective work, because people need to do that.
100%.
Some organizations have gone so far as saying, to your point, no meeting can be longer than 45 minutes. That gives you a chance to go to the bathroom, just get, maybe get something to drink or a snack or something before the next one starts, or just wrap your head around decompressing after the last one before the next one starts on the hour. So it's those little things that at least just buy your head, because I've had days where, in some instances, from a recruitment perspective, I was sitting in interviews from 8 to 5, nonstop, boom, 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 and then it's like, man, I just need to go to the little boys' room, give me a break here. It borders on ludicrous. And then we wonder why our people are saying they're tired or they're burnt out. But we've got a wellness campaign and we've got a wellness app, and you can call them if you want to. So it's that whole thing is it almost seems like, guys, when must I do that? If I'm in meetings 8 to 5, and sometimes if we work across time zones, I might be in meetings from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., because of time zone differences, and these things happen if you're working with the US and all that kind of stuff, Australia, blah, blah, blah. So then when am I supposed to do this wellness, and when am I supposed to do my meditation and my half an hour cycle, and prepare my healthy meals, blah blah blah, so we have to be pragmatic about the whole thing, and the only time that means is during the day I'm going to be able to do that. So I need to maybe skip out to the gym for an hour during the day, but the organization needs to trust that, yes, between 12 and 1 I'm at the gym, but that doesn't mean that I'm not making up the time in the evening when I'm sitting on a meeting with Australia from 7 to 8 p.m. And that's the thing, is that the trust and the reciprocity needs to be built out around that, because then that gives me my opportunity to be flexible, and it
Yeah.
buys me my opportunity to leverage all of the elements of an EVP that you might be selling me when you employ me, about flexibility and all of that kind of stuff.